Okay. In the previous shiurim we spoke about in the previous shiurim atan, the first year we mentioned how a man and a woman are two different entities, two different beings. In the second shiur, we mentioned the mindset of a guy going into a day, so to a girl going into a day, that it shouldn't be from stress, from anxiety, or you live in a house where everyone is moving on, the class, all the girls getting married, so you go into that mindset to get married. That shouldn't be the mindset. This shiur will discuss how a person, besides the right mindset going into shidduch, but how a person has to know how to delve into the right situation by taking advantage of the moment and not waiting another day, another week, another month, another year for life to move on and to put him in certain situations which he'll have a lot more clarity and a lot more ease to start in his journey. The Mishnah Masechet Avot, the Mishnah says, Al tomar lecheshe'efne eshne. Don't say, when I'll have time, I'll start learning. When I have time, I'll find a job. When I have time, I'll go out on a date. Don't wait. Shema lo tipane. Maybe you won't have time. If anyone in this world had a guarantee how long they're supposed to live, how much money they're supposed to make, which girl they're supposed to marry, which deal you're supposed to take in this world, so then you could say, I have a guarantee. I'm Gucci. I have whatever I need to do. But no one in this world could go and say that everything is 100%. I'm going to make money. I'm going to marry this girl. I'm going to marry this guy. No one knows anything. Anything is bound or yet to come. We don't know. Therefore, if now you're read to a guy or you're read to a girl, take it as an opportunity. Right now, work on yourself. Right now, go to Shiur Torah. Right now, try to elevate yourself. Grow. Become a successful person. A man or a woman who takes advantage of every single moment, that is the most successful person that there is on this world. Because every moment will not come back. And who knows whether it's this guy or this girl or this situation or this job that will give you the atzlacha. And if you miss that moment, who knows if it will ever come back. I want to start off with a little story of how I got to this shul. We used to pray in Ateret Torah, Becham Yosef Rafu. Me, my father, my brothers. And we moved to Avenue T. So we started going to shuls on a rainy day, or it's snowing, it's crazy weather. We start going to a shul that's nearby. There was a shul, Rabbi Cherba Shul, on 13 NT. And then from here to there, we would go there, and Shabbat morning we go to Ateret. When I came back from Eretz Yisrael, my mother told me, Yosef, you're going to Shidduchim. So I said, Ima, okay. And many months passed by. One of the girls that I get read to, she tells me that I have to go speak to her rabbi before I even go on a date with her. Now, I don't know about you, Most people, you don't know from a hole in the wall. You know the guy from a hole in the wall? Go speak to your rabbi. Like, who do you think you are? Let me first check if it's applicable, right? Things match up. I want what you want, or you want what I want. No! First, gotta speak to my rabbi. So the truth is, I told my parents, Abba, Ima, doesn't look like it's for me. And then it came up again. My parents told me, Yossi, what do you have to lose? Just go speak to the rabbi. I went, I spoke to the rabbi. Their rabbi happened to be Rabbi Boaz Bardea. And slowly, I didn't end up getting married to that girl. But what ended up happening was a whole chain of jobs. Kiruv, Chazan, all types of jobs that if I wouldn't take that opportunity at that moment, I don't know if I would be here today. So, yes, it might be hard. Degrade yourself. To go, speak to her rabbi, you have no clue who she is. You're already thinking she doesn't have anything to do with you. And when I came over here, I realized that one of the shiurim that I was giving, I was talking to her brother. He doesn't even know what's going on. And I ended up teaching his older brother also. I think her older brother. I got really close. And along the lines, I'm here already for 2 years. I'm saying to myself, if only she knew that she was the reason why I was here, maybe that would make her a little happier. Maybe she would feel good about herself. And I always wanted to, some way, tell her. But it's a little awkward. And go tell her brother because he's just a. But the point is, in Shamayim, they want to give you something. They want to give you a shidduch. They want to give you a job. They want to give you success. All they're asking is, just take it. Wake up the next day, early in the morning. Go to that job. Answer the phone call. Go to the meeting. What do you have to lose? You talk to the rabbi. Yes, no. Maybe get a job. Don't get married to the girl, but maybe get a job. Maybe get a different offer. You never know. There was a rabbi. He wasn't a rabbi at the time. It was a Bachur Yeshiva. He came to the Stipler. And the Stipler, by the end of his days, was very old. He wasn't able to hear. You know, when you get older, your senses start to work less. They don't work as great. They say a joke. 2 guys, my friend told me to see. He was an Ed L'Riyah. He actually saw this happening. In yeshiva, 2 older guys, they walked to each other. And one elderly guy tells his friend, you know, they say when you get older, you don't hear as good. So his friend tells him, what? And then he realized, no matter how many, obviously he also didn't hear him, so he repeated himself again. At the end of the day, things decrease as the time goes. So this Bachur came to the Stipler, and he was telling him, Rebbe, I want a bracha. So he tells him, Shidduchim? What's with Shidduchim? The Bachur almost fainted on the spot. It's like, how does the rabbi know that I'm not married? So the Bachur starts answering him. Rabbi, There's a Gemara, Masechet Sotah, Daf Bet Amud Aleph. The Gemara says, 40 Yom Kodem, Yetzirat Vlad, 40 days before the person's born, Bechlal. Gemara says, Bat Ploni Le Ploni. This girl to this guy, this field to this guy, this house to this guy. Everything is already pre-planned. So Rebbe, what's the worries? Don't worry. She'll meet me, I'll meet her. So the disciple looked at him and he's told him, aren't you afraid that maybe she came, maybe she was offered to you, and you pushed her off? You're right! The Gemara says, 40 Yom Kodem Yetzirat Vlad, 40 days before a person's born, there's a bat call, a heavenly voice that says, Rachel bat Shimon is going to marry Miriam bat Sarah. Yes, they'll say that. But maybe you met up, maybe she was read to you, and you pushed her off. The Bachur had nothing to say. So he asked, is it really possible to push off a person's zivug? Are you really able to miss the train? If it's really meant for you, how could you miss it? And he answered him, of course you're able to miss the train. Of course you're able to miss your zivug. It's because HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you bechira. And that bechira helps you to make decisions. Freedom of choice. But that you decide. Every girl or every guy that you date, there's certain things we're going to speak about, what to see, what to look at, what to pay attention, what to internalize, what to seek out from a conversation. But at the end of the day, it's all within our capabilities to take advantage of the moment or chas v'shalom, to miss the moment. And then people could miss the boat by a split millisecond. One day when he came on the date, he fought with his mother, he spoke not nicely to the girl, she said, that's it. I don't want him anymore. If only he cleared up his mind, he cleared up his head before he went to the date. If only he was more relaxed, more calm, who knows where would he been today? So yes, we all have zivugim that are already 40 days before we were born, a heavenly voice saying, who's gonna marry who? But that's only if you take advantage of the moment and you actually take things into your hand and start going out and start making it your priority to try to find the right one. See that?
I forgot.
So the Bachur turned to the stipler, he tells him, so Rebbe, if you're saying I should start going out, what should I look? How should I know which one's the right girl for me? So he told him, Midot tovot ubayit tov. You should look for good character traits. If she has anava, or if he has, if he's humble, is he a humble person? How does he speak? With respect. How does he dress? Oh, his 3 buttons are open. You see his hair and his hamsa Magen David. Or he's rolling his You know what time it is? See the Rolex? And she's wearing the screw. I'm screwed up. What? You have to look at these things. At the end of the day, how do we dress? How do we talk? If they come on time, they come late. If she's coming to the date with the iPhone on the table, here. Or she leaves it in the car. Or she doesn't bring it at all. If when you're talking to her, you have a earpod or in your ear, this, that, or you, one second, I want to dance, one second. Take it out. Don't bring it. Put it in the box for the charge. Leave it in the car. Does he have a stick with him? Mezuzah. Puts it back inside. Has to be clouds. Clouds to the day. And then you have Koto Brakim also. There was also by there. All these things, they're very kovea. A guy comes on a date with his cigarettes, it's not just, oh, he forgot it. He's a really good guy. He forgot. No. It means that he's not so serious. He's not mature enough. He doesn't realize this is a serious meaning. This is a girl that you might marry. And the same thing with the girl. You come with a phone, you put it on the table. What are you showing him? You're showing him that you're not so important. If I have a phone call, I'm going to answer. You make sure to leave all these gadgets on the side. You want to make time right now for you and for her, or for you and for him. And the only way it's serious, when you tune out everything. That's one of the first things a person has to know when you go on a date. Also, you have to look at it, kiso, kaso, koso. You have to look at the way he spends money. Takes the menu. Oh, I want to order ribeye steak. I want to order the fries. I want to order this. I want to order that. 15 things he's ordering. And give me a Diet Coke. He's if you realize this guy is a spender with no limits, so it's problematic. If you realize the waiter comes, drops a little soup on his white shirt. You see the way he reacts, you'll see also. Okay, this guy's a little tempered. Oh, say you should get a little dirty. You can get married. Your wife's never gonna spill soup on you, or the kids are never gonna smear ketchup all over your soup. It's going to happen. Things happen. It's okay. So the way he eats, the way he spends, and the way he acts. And for a girl, the same thing. So midot tovot, that is the most important thing. And then there's bayit tov. What's bayit tov? Bayit tov, there's many definitions. The first definition of bayit tov is you have to look, where did this boy or this girl come from? Who are his parents? Are they dictators? Are they the type of parents that they want to know everything what's going on? Did you cook for my dear son, my beloved son today? Did you cook for him? Did you clean his room? Did you make sure everything was neat? Did you go to work? You have a mother like that? Don't get married. Don't get married. Move on. Not for you. You have a father-in-law, he's telling you before you even get married. Dear Balak, if you don't call your son by my name, Sandakut, and I get the name, oh, it's going to be with you. Run away from that. People that are cholei kavod, that love honor, tons of pride, egotistic people, run away from those parents. Run away. Don't say, I'm going to marry the girl or I'm going to marry the guy and his parents. Don't worry. It's all going to be fine. Be very careful. Very careful. Certain situations you're able to live with. You move away. Rachok min ha'ayin karov el halev, Shlomo HaMelech says. When something is far from the eye, it's close to the heart. Your mother didn't see her son or her daughter because she's very far away. So automatically, when you don't see someone, you don't talk about them as much. So that once a year you see them, so you love them because you didn't hear any gossip about them. But when you live next to someone, every day the topic. You saw what she did? You saw what he did? Ooh, on the family chat, they didn't put a thumbs up by the 35 picture for today. They didn't put a thumbs up. Family drama. Who does she think she is? She comes from, say thank you, you married her. Or say thank you that I gave her my son. Or the other one says, say thank you that I gave my daughter. World War III, chaos. All from a stupid picture. Or a comment. Every family has 15 chats. The sister's chat, the mother and the girl's chat, this one chat, the father's chat, the boy's chat. Everybody's chatting about the whole entire world. All these chats, Lashon Hara D'Oraita. All Avirot. What do you have to make a chat for? All you have, people spending the whole day, pictures. Parnasa b'shefa, tzlacha, briut, pa'amayim kitov, zgulot, zohar, this, tehillim. And then 5 minutes later, she blows up someone's phone of Lashon Hara. Or you know those people, they get a video that it's sent to everyone, right? And they make sure to personally send to every single person in the family. Now everybody's already linked to the family chat, so they already got it the first time. So you get it 3-4 times. And then you have people that their WhatsApp is Torah Sinai. So whatever they see in the WhatsApp, wow, today you don't know? Psh, alacha, you have to put nana in za'atar. Otherwise, lo bayit. And then they come to a person who's sitting and learning. You hear what your mother said? You hear what Safta said? You have to put nana in za'atar. You mix it up, you eat it for breakfast, you have a good day. And everybody sends as if like it's okay. It's the most retarded thing in the world. So Bayito, you have to always look who are the parents, who are the in-laws. The second definition of Bayitov is a Bet Yaakov. If the girl went to a Bet Yaakov, and for the guy, if you went to yeshiva, which yeshiva did he go to? Which seminary did the girl go to? Which Bet Yaakov did the girl go to? Some schools, you know already. Everyone over there has a history. Some yeshivot, you know, every guy over there, he has a case. You have to know where to go. Which yeshiva? And according to that, you could relate. Not that every single guy in this yeshiva or every single girl in this Bet Yaakov is messed up or whatever. Yeah, you always have Yotzei Min HaKlal. But you always have to look at the yeshiva or Bet Yaakov this girl, this boy went to, and do a little research. What's up with them? And through that, you're able to go on a date and B'ezrat Hashem get married to that girl if everything lines up. People get blinded. They see a beautiful girl or a handsome guy. They say, wow, look at him, he has an 8-pack. I don't know how he got to the 8-pack. Here with the shirt. What are you, so it's too tight? There's an 8-pack. Or the girl, wow, drop dead gorgeous. You should look at her, wow, beautiful. And what happens? You get so blinded by that if she's a liar or if she's taking pills or if the guy is going out to clubs or he's taking drugs, we don't look at that. Why? Because we're blinded by, oh, he's handsome, by the beauty. Or, in the religious world, you also have that problem. Oh, this girl, so much, she went here, she went over there. Her father's a rabbi. Or in the secular world, this guy is, yeah, but her father's a lawyer. He even had a case with Bill Gates. Chashuv. So it's okay, you put everything under the carpet, it's fine. Sweep it under the carpet. People think money solves all issues. Most of the time, money makes all the issues. So at the end of the day, don't be blinded by mammon, the money, or the yichus, the family tree, whether it's his father's a lawyer, his grandpa's a lawyer. You go on a date, the guy talks about his family as if like he owns the world. My father's a lawyer, my grandpa's a lawyer, my mother's a dentist. And then he rattles off all of his brothers. And what's with you? My father, I don't know what he does. My mother, she's a housewife. She cleans the pots, the pans, the house, dishes. She's already embarrassed to say anything. Because he made it sound like... So you have to know also the way we talk. Make sure that we talk respectfully. Even if you have what to show, even if you have what to say, make sure it's said over in a calm and respectful way. Orderly fashion. Now, a person has to know that when you go on a date, a lot of times people are afraid to say no. People are afraid to say yes. They're very doubtful. You know what to do. Maybe she's my zivug. Maybe he's my zivug. Maybe they're not. But I don't know. So they continue. And then things get very ugly. Because how much could you hide from a girl or could you hide from a guy that you really don't want them? And you're only going on a date because maybe you haven't gone on a date for a while. He likes me. Let's go out to eat. It's a free date, free meal. Or the same goes for the guy. I can't talk to a girl, so if I go on a date, it's mutar. So I'll go on a date. People get very smart, very, very, very big lamdanim.
You find loopholes.
Loopholes the whole day, lives on one big loophole. So, you have to know like this. If she has midot, or if he has midot, then with the midot that he has, if you see, you could have a normal conversation with him. You have chemistry. Things match up. His parents are okay. Went to good yeshiva. He has a rabbi that he's in touch with. He's growing. He's not looking at other girls. Especially when he's dating with you. You go to the bathroom, his eyes turn. You say, wait, when I come back. If I come back, Tells the waiter, send him the bill. I'm going. Say, where's this G? 3 hours, she's in the bathroom? What happened to her? So if you realize everything is going, he's respectful, has midot, his parents are normal people, normal family, to a certain extent, yeah. Everyone has, mother would always tell us growing up, there's a bathroom in every house. Every house has plus and minuses, pros and cons. Everyone has difficulties. Our fingers are unequal. When you bend it over, they're all equal. But they're all connected also. When you bend over for each other, mikofef, anava, midot tovot, derech eretz, love for one each other, care for one each other, so then everything is equal. We look at each other's eye, we understand each other. But if everyone stands up and they're too egotistic, nothing will make it through. Nothing will make it far. So if the girl or the boy has good midot, he has a job, he's growing, he's learning, he's praying, he's working on himself, so you should move on. It's probably your zivug. But if the opposite is occurring, then don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad to say no. It's not your zivug. The same reason why you went on a date, because potentially it could be your zivug. That's the reason why you're saying no, because it's not your zivug. There's a big machloket between the rabbis and Chazal, if the zivug of a person is a gzerah, is it a decree from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, or is it bechira? Or is it everyone's choice? The Rambam writes down, is really a Ran. The Ran says that it's not the gzerah, the decree of Hashem that makes a man and a woman get married. The reshut of a person, every person has a decision that they make, that through that decision, they're able to move on in life and get married. The Gemara says, Ben Azai, who's a huge Tana, a great sage, and this Ben Azai never got married. And he came to the Bet Midrash and he told his students, anyone who doesn't get married and bring kids to this world is mima'et hadmut. What does that mean? HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought each and every single one of us to this world to glorify HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name, to differentiate the good and the bad, to show the world the emet, the Ore Eloki, to bring clarity in this world. And when you bring kids into this world, continuation to this world, they go in the right path of Hashem. So you're mekarev the Geulah. You're bringing the Mashiach. You're bringing clarity to this world. And a person who doesn't get married is mima'eta tmut. He's minimizing the stature of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. So Ben Azai's students turn to him, Rabbi, Baruch Omer ve'oseh, blessed is a person who says and does. Rabbi, you're not married. What's going on? It would have been nice if you got married, you have kids, and then you would say what you just said. Many people preach, but very few do what they preach. And that's where you know if it's real or fake. In America, we say, do as I say, but not as I do. In the Torah, it's the exact opposite. If you say and you don't do, you're not worth anything. So Ben Azai's students ask him, Rebbe, why didn't you get married? Why didn't you bring kids? So Ben Azai told them, you know what? You're right. This week I'm getting married. So you have a list of girls waiting. What happened to you? It was so easy. What happened to you until now? So don't worry. Ben Azai, the Gemara says, he got married to who? To Rabbi Akiva's daughter. Rabbi Akiva, Gdul Hador, 24,000 students. The biggest yeshiva in the history of the world. You know what it means to make breakfast? Just breakfast, 24,000 guys. In yeshiva, they eat 1, 2. How many, and just your breakfast, huh? How many eggs you have to make? Hard-boiled eggs, soft-boiled eggs. How many eggs? You know, in Chaim Berlin, I went to yeshiva, maybe you make 100, 200, 300 eggs. Soft-boiled, another 300. Hard-boiled. And then you have all types of bread, cream cheese, butter, jelly, peanut butter. Oh, you want
The whole 9 yards.
the whole 9 yards. 24,000? 24,000! Rabbi Akiva. We won't get into it now. But Rabbi Akiva's daughter, she saw what a Talmid Chacham is. She saw her father sitting and learning for 12 years straight. He didn't come home. And on his way back home, he heard his wife and the neighbor saying, you don't miss your husband? If it was up to me, I'll let him go for another 12 years. Huh? I don't know anybody like this today, huh? 12 years. You hire an assassin or something. Get him back right now. After 12 years, he go for another 12 years. 24 years. I'm asking his kids what they went through. Ma, where's daddy? Oh, he's learning. He's teaching. Ma, I went to shul, I saw all the guys there. Where's daddy? 1 week, 2 weeks. You fool the kids, you know, after a couple of days, the kids are smart. 24 years! Chinuch. She taught her kids what it means to marry a true Talmid Chacham who lives his life for Hashem and for his kids. So Ben Azai got married to Rabbi Akiva's daughter. You know how long it lasted for? After one day, they got divorced. He went back to yeshiva. The students tell him, Rabbi, we went to your wedding yesterday, and now we heard the Rabbi got divorced. What's going on? She's that bad? What happened? He said, no. She's tzadikah. She's really a righteous woman. I'm the problem. So they tell him, Rabbi, you know, the mitzvah of getting married is to have kids, not just to get married. So you weren't mikayim the mitzvah. So he says, I'll tell you what happened. We got married. The night of the wedding, I asked my wife for a cup of tea. She made me a cup of tea. Good wife. She listened. She made him a cup of tea. Ben Azai opened the Gemara to learn. He sat and learned. His wife came with a cup of tea. He didn't even see, not her, the cup of tea. Nothing. He sat and learned. His head was in the Gemara. How many hours? For 24 hours straight. He picks up his head after 24 hours. He sees his wife holding a cup of tea. Tells her, hey, are you retarded? What's going on? It's already iced tea. What's going on? She tells him, are you serious? You asked me yesterday for a cup of tea. I'm still waiting for you. I must have made this tea maybe 20, 30, 40 times. Yeah. He said, if that's the case, I'm not going to get married. He got divorced. You hear? He says, if I could ask my wife for a cup of tea and now realize that she's waiting over there for 24 hours to give me the cup of tea, it's asur for me to get married. Now what do we do with the kids? What do we do with the kids? There's no kids. The Zohar HaKadosh says that when Ben Azai was learning Torah, Ben Azai was able to bring neshamot in Shamayim to people that weren't able to have kids. Through his Torah learning, he was able to bring neshamot, babies to this world, to people that weren't having any kids. You're not supposed to have kids. Ben Azai gave you a bracha, you can have kids. And I'll give you an example of a couple of rabbis that lived in the past generation that weren't able to have kids, but through them, many people had kids. The Chabadsker Rebbe. He never had any kid. The Chazon Ish. We said the Chabadsker Rebbe. We'll say him twice. He didn't have any kids. But you know how many brachot he gave to people and through that they were able to have kids? All these kids are considered his kids.
That's what he said.
The Chazon Ish also wasn't able to have kids. Through his Torah, he gave brachot to all the people and they were able to have kids. Reb Shmuel Auerbach also didn't have any kids.
Barren?
But through the brachot that he gave to other people, he also able to have kids. And there are a lot of rabbis. We see from here that there's many ways to bring kids to this world. Obviously, the natural way is to get married. But sometimes a person not able to have. So through his Torah learning, through his Talmidim, you bring a person to Shiur Torah, in Shamayim they consider it, that's your kid. Huh? You didn't even get married. It's already a kid. Because the point of bringing a neshama to this world is to bring him closer to Hashem. So every single person has this bechira, has this choice of coming closer to Hashem by getting married and bringing kids and putting them on the right path to a better journey, to the right destination for them to grow and become connected to Hashem. The Rambam writes down that really HaKadosh Baruch Hu will not make a decree in this mitzvah that you should get married and who are you going to get married to. Ella, everything is dependent on each and every single one of us. The Malbim writes down also that Zivugo Shel Adam is from the time that he's born and the person is a Baal Bechira and he can nullify that thing. Rabbi Yashiv writes down that Shidduchim is not included in what a person is judged on Rosh Hashanah. And the Pasuk says, Me'ashem isha le'ish, that is, that you're going to get married. But to who and when and where has to do a lot with your Bechira. And the Gemara Masech Rosh Hashanah says, Adam nidon bechol yom, there's another braita, Adam nidon b'Rosh Hashanah. There's two braitot in Masechet Rosh Hashanah about a person being judged. One braita says a person is judged on Rosh Hashanah for the whole entire year. And then there's another braita that a person is judged every single day of the year. So what is it? Is it that HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges a person from Rosh Hashanah to the whole entire year? Or HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges a person every single day of the year? So the Baal Shem Tov explains that one time there was a Shoev Mayim, a guy who would go to the well to draw water back then, to bring water home. It was a whole hassle. Not like today. You open the faucet, you have water. It was back-breaking work. So the Baal Shem Tov asked this guy, tell me, how is your day? The guy tells him, my day was horrible. My life is horrible. You know what I have to go through every day? In the winter, I have to break the ice. Carry the cubes of ice, put it in a bucket. I have to sweat over the water. And I come home, I smell, I stink. And my whole life is darkness for me. It's so hard, it's so harsh. A month later, the Baal Shem Tov sees the same guy. The same Shoev Mayim. The guy who draws water from the well. Tells him, how's your life? Tells him, it's beautiful today. Baruch Hashem. It's the summer. Gotta break ice. You come with the bucket. You tie it to the rope. You put it in the well. Chick chuck. You take the water. You come back home. The Baal Shem Tov tells him, I don't understand. You still gotta sweat. You probably still smell. You still gotta work hard. So why is it that a couple months ago you were complaining and now you're happy? So he says, it really depends on the mindset, on how you feel. For example, if you have a good day, imagine you win the lottery. You win the lottery, you come out of your house, you just saw on TV, or on the phone, you saw you won the lottery. You come out of your house, you see a parking ticket. How much? $65. You think it bothers you? You take the ticket, you throw it on the floor. You see the cop. You don't see the cop, you don't even care anymore. What's $65? I'm a millionaire. Huh? I'm Gucci. I'm good. You take everybody's tickets? I pay for everybody's tickets. I'm me. The cop's like, wait, this guy, that's crazy. You ever saw a guy get a ticket and he's happy? No such thing. Right? But you know what's cooking? He just got $1 million. Yeah, unemployment. He's been getting it for every day. 50,000, 1,000. And what else to get up out of bed? He's worried. His mother screams at him, Yalla, get out of bed. Ma, don't worry, I'm good. Ma, I'm taking you out to eat tonight. She's like, yeah, I've been working for the past year. You taking out to, if I'll take you out, he's like, Ma, I got you. I'll take you to the spa also. She's like, what? Well, you hooked up? Hook me on her also. Said, Ma, you don't have to know about it. Don't worry. If you be a good mother, I'll let you know what I'm doing. With stock market invested. Yanu. So really, it's all talui, it's all dependent on the mindset. When a person's in a good vibe, it's a good atmosphere. So no matter what happens, everything is good. Everything is easygoing. Yeah. But when a person's down, even when there's good coming in his way, it's bad. He's depressed, anxiety. You just got a beautiful job. You have a kid, you have a baby. What are you complaining about? Yeah, but I got a flat tire. Are you crazy? A flat tire? Hashem gave you kids. Hashem gave you health. You have a heart. You have ears, you have a mouth, you have a nose, you have teeth, you have legs. You have so much good in your life. What are you focusing? On the stupid ticket. Oh, your car got towed. So what? My car got towed. At least I didn't get towed. I'm not sitting in the hospital. Look at life like that. People don't have hair. In India, they come and tell women, you know, your hair is going to charity. Your hair is going to Avodah Zarah, to Buddha. These women have no choice. 1 minute they have beautiful hair, the next day they have no hair. So Hasidish, I understand, at least they put a wig. A guy wants to talk to them, they pull up the wig, run away. But at the end of the day, I never read this anywhere, it's by my own theory. But whatever. At the end of the day, at least you have what to cover it. A woman in India, one day she looks like a girl, the next day she looks like a guy. Maybe she has cancer or something, you don't know. Who cares, goyim? At the end of the day, if they're doing good things beside them, if all day everybody's against the Jews, it's upside them. Guy told me today. What did he tell me? He told me in China, they're killing Palestinians. Baruch Hashem gave other people the job for us. But at the end of the day, At the end of the day, a guy told me, this is mind-boggling, told me that in Israel, they wanted to make weed legalized. Legal. So there's a guy in the government called Mansour Abbas. He's an Arab guy, Palestinian. So everybody voted. I think it was like 49, 50, and they're waiting for his vote. Meaning his vote is going to turn things to the good or to the bad. They're waiting for his vote. So he said, wait, I have my own rabbis I got to talk to. The Moed Chachamim, all the Palestinians, all the sheikhs, all the whatever. And they told him, listen, drugs, asur. Even according to the Goyim, the Arabs, drugs, you don't smoke drugs. So he came to the Knesset, to the government, he says, nah, you can't smoke drugs. I don't agree. And because of that in Israel, marijuana is not legal. Because of an Arab. Sometimes like Kadosh Baruch Hu sends us the truth from a goy for us to wake up. So let's go back. Oh, we went to drugs. I don't know how I got there. But anyhow, a person wants to know, Shidduch is Gzera min hashamayim or is it talui in the Ishtadlut? The answer is, it's both. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you the zivug. Me'ashem isha le'ish. Every woman and every guy have a zivug. They have a soulmate. And that's what the Gemara Rosh Hashanah says. HaKadosh Baruch Hu judged on Rosh Hashanah how every single one of us' life is going to turn out for the year. But there's another braita that says HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges us every single day. What is that talking about? Obviously, if God judges us for our whole entire year, right? So He judges us every single day. So what does that mean? The answer is, God judges you over the top, overall, the whole entire year. But every single day, there's another judgment. What's that judgment? On how you will accept the judgment of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Will you fight it or accept it? So in essence, there's two judgments. Your wife puts sloppy Joe, spaghetti with meat on the table. You could eat it and say, honey, it was amazing. Or you could say, honey, you know I ate sloppy Joe. Why'd you put me sloppy Joe? You want a sloppy life? What do you want from me? So at the end of the day, you decide. The food's there. You can decide if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. It's missing salt. It's missing black pepper. It's missing this, missing that. You decide how you're going to say it. You're going to say, honey, I feel the love, but it's missing a little salt. You could tell it in a nice way. Eat the food. Tell it in a nice way. The food was amazing. But I'd appreciate next time if you could just add a little bit of this, add a little. Or you go with the approach, you know what? I'm not eating this. Holy schnitzel. What's the number? What is the number?
What if it's disgusting food?
Say it's delicious.
You shut your mouth? You shut your mouth?
Exactly. Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth? Because usually the food comes out. Let me tell you something, a secret in life. Avi, what about the car we're talking about over here? Once you come into the house, you can't go out after this. but Jonathan, usually the food usually comes out It comes out according to the way you act. If a man acts to the woman respectful, the food will come out also. The food has the recipe of how you treat your wife.
What if you're Moroccan?
What? Listen.
No.
Of discriminating Moroccans, this, I'm also Moroccan. Baruch Hashem, the food is good. It's good. Listen, you need a little fire. Everything needs sugar. we coleslaw, this, that. You need a little. At that, listen, everybody has. Of discriminating anybody, Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, they're all good. Baruch Hashem, Kulanu b'nei echad. We all come from one. In America we say, we're all created equal, some more equal than others. At the end of the day, we're all equal. We're all more or less the same. We all come from one at the end of the day. Adam and Chava, which came from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have to know how to respect each other, love each other, and care about each other. And if things don't come out the way that you wanted it, okay, fine. So you can always talk to her. She can always talk to you and figure out things. But you have to know that every single thing in this world is meant to be. The question is, where's the bechira on how you accept it? You know your freedom of choice is? How do you accept your job? How do you accept your boss? How do you accept your wife? How do you accept your husband? How do you accept this situation? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees that if you accept this situation, although it seems bad, even though it isn't, because nothing is for our bad, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will turn over everything and make your life even better. Because the conception of life is based on your decision of how to take everything. So it's all really dependent on us. When we look at certain things in a positive way, so you know what happens? They really become a positive aspect. The scientists, they made a test. What do? They took a cup of water. They made an experiment. Took a cup of water, and they put it in a room where there was a guy that was cursing, probably listening to Drake, Bob Smoke, all those stuff, yeah. Cursing and girls and this and that. And then they took another cup of water and they put it next to that guy making a bracha, saying Dvar Torah, being positive. And they experimented the water. And they realized that the electrons and neutrons in the water, where there was a lot of cursing and bad environment, bad vibes, was very negative. It had negative effects. It showed negativity in the water. And the cup of water where there was a lot of positive attitude and good vibes, the water itself was also very positive. If that's by this talking to water, and it's true, how much more so is it by talking to another Jew, or another person, to another heart? If we can affect water to become good or bad by our words, how much more so we could affect each other by talking good or bad about it. This week I saw a clip which I was moved by. A rabbi checked up statistics on how many people in the US have TVs. 99% of the US, probably the world, have TVs. And how many hours a day does the average family spend on TV? You wouldn't believe. Almost 7 hours. Close to 7 hours a day. That means if a person lives 80 years, around 20 years of his life, a quarter of his life, he's watching TV. We didn't even talk about food, working, bathroom, this, that. Just a quarter of his life is watching TV. And let me ask you a question. Yesterday I gave a shiur to a bunch of older guys. So I told them this. One guy told me, Rabbi, 1 second, let me check this up. He checks up his phone. Oh, you have a screen time? How much time you spent over here? It's TikTok, this, Instagram. Tells me, Rabbi, almost 2.5 hours, I was just on Instagram. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours just on Instagram. What are you doing on Instagram? Nothing. Alvai, nothing. You're watching girls, boys, this, that. Huh? Hey guys, hey this, hey that. All you see is a fake world. On Instagram, everything has to look good, right? Everyone's happy, shine, this, that. On the news, everything is bad. Both extremes. Nobody shows you exactly what's going on. So 2.5 hours on Instagram, a half hour on TikTok, another hour on Facebook, another hour on YouTube, 5-6 hours. Another 10 hours sleeping. Huh? What are we left with? 8 hours? Between eating, working out, schmoozing, gossiping. What was another thing? What's that game that people play with 15 other people? Huh? Guys, Fortnite, something like that. Huh?
Fortnite.
Call of Duty, Fortnite.
Let's get 2K.
I saw that. He was wearing a, what's it called? He was wearing a headpiece. And they go, headphones. Headset. He had a speaker. One ear's on, one ear's off.
Oh, he's playing some video games.
He has a tissue box. He has a drink. He's good to go. He's driving a car. I walked in to give shiur. I see this guy with a huge screen. Huge. Maybe 72 inch. Huh? 72 inch. He's watching. He's playing. Don't bother me now. I'm busy. I gotta go here, go there. He's driving a Hummer H1. The bomb squads, this, that.
Oh, GTA.
I'm like, wait, 1 second. This is legit. This is a legit city. They took a city from Russia. They put it inside. And it's a real 3D. You see guy on top of it. He jumps this. Parachutes. They make it real. And this guy is playing. The guy could play for hours. And he's telling me, Rabbi, I barely sleep at night. I'm like, of course, you played this game the whole day. And the whole night. But Hashem, He knows all these Yetzer Hara, all these stuff that only take us away from the Torah. And they play with our minds. And our brains are fried. You can't even learn Torah anymore. You don't have time. A guy has 7 hours to watch TV or 7 hours to be on social media. He goes to shiur Torah an hour plus. Oh, it's too long. Teach about what he's doing at home. It's too long. So a person has to know that the reason our conception of life is a lot of times is negative is because we see so much negativity. It takes over our lives. The way we think, the way we talk. So don't think you're going to see whatever you want. They're going to go on a date. All of a sudden, you're going to be a mensch. You're going to be a normal person. Automatically, without realizing, you're going to be the same animal that you watched for 20 hours. Because automatically, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you eat, your friends, this, that, it all has an influence on you. And at the end of the day, that impact that it has on you that's the way you will act to certain people. Right? You see something once, twice, 3 times, 10, 15 times, you want that. Right? You watch it in a movie, all of a sudden you see a 30-second ad. Oh, you have to buy these AirPods. Ma, I need these AirPods. It's very good. It even shows you a girl that comes with the AirPods. I'm getting the AirPods. Tomorrow I'm getting AirPods. You're laughing. I had a guy. He would buy Axe. On the back of the Axe, it says you put a spray, and then it shows you the advertisement. It shows you without Axe, no girls. With Axe, a girl coming. You can check it out today. I think on the back of the Axe you'll have it.
Good advertising.
You have it, you have it.
No,
I'm not saying you want to go. Hashalom. We know of it.
Good advertisement.
So at the end of the day, no matter what, you want to buy a car, they put a girl over there. You want to buy a bat, a basketball, they put a girl over. Wait, what does that have to do with it? It's marketing. It's marketing.
They even do it with the military.
So at the end of the day, right? That's why in Israel they put the girls, guys together. Why? Because they know you have girls and guys.
They put it like a video game. Like they have like advertising.
Of course.
Military.
And then you have these kids. Oh, another thing that he said. Today, everyone has to go to college. Why? You want to go professional, want to make money, right? Now, what's the problem with that? You get married. You have a baby. So the first year, the religious way, you have a baby. A boy, a girl, whatever it is. You're in college. How are you going to go to college and you have a baby at home? Doesn't work, right? So what do you send the baby to? Daycare. 70%, statistically speaking, 70% of the daycare, the time of the day, let's say it's in for 10 hours, 7 hours, the baby, the infant, the kid, you know what he's watching? TV. That's what he's watching. What is it? Cocoa? Cocoa Melon, Peppa Pig, whatever. All those stuff. 70% of the day, he's watching these stuff.
Yeah, but it calms the baby down.
It doesn't calm him down. It pushes off the problem. And then you know what happens? The baby didn't even go to sleep. When he comes home, it knocks out. And the mother feels good. Wow, they really put him to work. They took all the energy. And then at 3-4 years old, the kid starts talking about certain things that you never realized. Where did he learn this from? You go to the Mora. Hey Mora, where did my kid know this from? Oh, I don't know. What do you want from me? Maybe your father, maybe his mother, maybe friends. Well, friends, kid's 4 years old. He's talking about girls already. He's already talking about movies and this. He knows names. He knows where is this going. And then you realize that that this play group wasn't exactly a play group. It played around with his mind. Today, classic family. What happens? You have a mother has kids. She has no chinuch herself. What does she do? The baby's crying or the kid's crying. Take the iPad. You give the iPad. We put on TV. It's only Peppa Pig. It's only Cocoa Melon. It's only these stuff. And at the end of the day, you realize that what? And slowly, Scooby-Doo, this one, that one, Disney World, Nickelodeon, girls, boys, they're kissing, and the first time is like this. The second time is like this. The third time, he's already rated R already. And PG-13, Alvai. PG-13 is Cocoa Melon. But after that, it's done. You're done. You're gone. So, see, if you put this mindset, how are you supposed to act? What do you want from the kids? What do you want from them? So that's why a person has to know. The only way that you could go on in life, on the right path, on a date, is by refraining yourself from the social media. Restraining yourself. Put boundaries. When you put boundaries, it's the way you dress, the way you talk, your friends, the places you go to, things that you hear. I know a lot of times people they goyish music. Don't worry, just goyish music. I'm not gonna be like Pop Smoke. I'm not gonna be like Rihanna or whatever. I'm not gonna be like those goyim. Hashem Yirachem. But at the end of the day, if she's in your ear, you're gonna become like her. And the reality is, you see people like that. You see people like that. You would never dream in a million years this guy will go from yeshiva straight to the clubs. You would never dream this girl, tzadeket, she covers her legs. She covers her skirts till the floor. It's sweeping the floor. The next year, there's no skirt. There's no skirt. What happened? You think it happened in one day? Slowly. One guy, the guy came to shul, he opened up his second button. The rabbi tells him what happened. It's hot over here. I need to breathe. He said, so we'll make the air conditioner a little colder. There's a rabbi in the community. In the basement of his shul, there's another minyan. He puts the air conditioner on full blast. Why? So guys don't come to shul with short sleeves. They come with a coat. You see how he has to think? You come with a jacket. You come with short sleeves. The next thing I know, you come with flip-flops and shorts. Go to the beach. In the summer, guys come to shul. They still have sand. We think this is Bet Hashem or Bet Charoshen. What's going on over here? So a person at the end of the day has to know. It's getting late already. Person has to know that the only way to go in the right path is only if you put Torah in your life, go to Shiurei Torah, you work on yourself, you minimize your test by starting to cut down movies, cut down TV shows. I'm not saying, take your iPhone and break it. That's not real. Tomorrow you buy a new one. You go to Verizon, someone broke my iPhone, I don't know what happened. It's not a chokhmah. Slowly. The same way you went into slowly, you have to know how to leave it slowly. B'ezrat Hashem, when a person does this, is able to first, a person has to know, we spoke about it in the beginning of the shiur, is that a person has to know how to jump into the moment. Don't wait. The moment that came, it might leave you, it might never come back. So jump into the moment. You never know where this moment could take you. It could be the moment where you'll flourish, you'll grow, you'll be a successor, a developer. You grow to no heights. That will be the key to your success. So take advantage of the moment. And a person has to know, don't say yes to everything, but don't say no to everything. Always look into it. Gereta, a girl, Gereta a guy, look into it. Give it a chance. You never know. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'll end up with a story. There was a guy that he got onto the plane. He had a flight to go, let's say, from Israel to America. And the guy gets on, and he's sitting down. He's sitting down next to a guy, and this guy happens to be, he's not 100%. This is probably Down syndrome. But he's high functioning. He's able to walk. He knows more or less what's going on a plane. It's normal in that sense. And he's about to sit down. And of course he has to pass by the passenger sitting next to him. And he has a briefcase, a luggage. So he asks the steward, could you help me put it on top? She helps him, she puts it on top. And he talks to the guy, he tells him, excuse me, could I pass by? Could I go in? See, he looks at him. He's reading a book, and he says, he looks at him, you? Really? No. Could you please get a different seat? Tells him, excuse me? I paid for that seat. Can I just go through? Says, can you get this too? Hey, I don't want this guy sitting next to me. He's no good. He's gonna make problems. She tells him, what do you mean? Make you problems? Why are you judging him so quickly? Who's gonna make problems? The kids are from here to there. He passes by. While he's passing by, he steps on the stove. He says, you see, I told you. They move on. A couple hours later, the food comes out. The Down syndrome guy fell asleep. They come and they give food to the guy. He's reading the book. He's so amazed by the book. And they ask him, could you wake up the Down syndrome guy when giving him food? He's like, no, you wake him up. And they wake him up. And the Down syndrome guy wakes up. Says, yeah, thank you, I want the food, yeah. Fine. They come to give him the soup. And the Down syndrome guy comes, he takes the soup and the food, and by mistake, it drops all over it.
No, but there's no soup on the plate.
Of course there is. So, at the end of the day, on the private jet, there's no soup. At the end of the day, they give you everything at the soup. I didn't play, whatever. At the end of the day, the guy freaks out. And he says, that's it, I had enough. He goes, and they get the flight attendant. He tells the flight attendant, I request a new seat. If you're not going to get him out of here, I'm going to get him. They go, they speak. They say, you know what? We came with a good idea. So, they come. They say, okay, we have a first class seat. So the guy gets up. Wow, beautiful. He's sitting in economy over there. Huh? They tell him, no, it's not for you. It's for the guy, the Down syndrome guy. He gets first class. The first class. What? Thank you. As he's passing by, the guy, he wants to kill him already. He steps the guy. He doesn't. By the way, what are you reading? Tells him, it's too hard for you. This is hard vocabulary for you. You won't understand anything. He tells him, why? Why don't you just... So he says, by the way, that book that you're reading, I wrote.
No way.
And when he turns around the book, he sees a cover of the author. And he looks, there was a Down syndrome guy sitting right next to him. He was the author of the book! And he's looking at him as he's Down syndrome. When this guy's trying to understand the Down syndrome's chokhmah, he realized he's Down syndrome. We judge our book by its cover so often. But a lot of times, we don't realize in life, the guy that you admire, the person that's going to bring you to better places in life, is most of the times sitting right next to you. All you gotta do is just reach out. Talk to him. Show him the author. You never know. Look at the author. Mizat Hashem HaKadosh Baruch Hu will show us the real author of the universe.
Amen.
Baruch Hu, and bring us clarity into each and every single one of us.
Amen.
We'll find whatever they need. Hashem. And that's what I